All right, everyone. Good to see you back here again. It's Solomon King here. If you can hear my voice and you can see my face, just quickly type in the comment and let me know. If you can hear my voice, quickly type in the comment and say, yes, I can hear you. And if you can see my face, just type and say, yes, I can see your face. Let me know that quickly before I continue with what I'm doing. Good to see all of you. And then after doing that, let me know your location. You can quickly type your location in the comments. Tell me where you're watching this particular live session from. And if my audio is very low, let me know in the comments. I'll also do well to check it and see that my audio is audible enough for everybody to hear. Yes, I can see you. I can hear you. Good to see all of you. Let me know your location. Where are you watching this live session from? Quickly. So good to see all of you guys. Yes, I can see somebody from Kenya, somebody from Nigeria, Nairobi, Kenya, Maiduguri, Borno State. You can see Abuja, that is Nigeria, Sri Lanka. Somebody watching from India. So please post this letter. I hear you're from Nigeria. Yes, I am from Nigeria. Yep, I can see all of you guys are commenting. Good to see all of you. I am going to block all these people spamming my comments with all these spamming messages. Good to see you. Ghana, India, Nigeria, Plateau State, that is Borno State, Uganda, Owerri, Nigeria, Jamaica, India, Accra, amazing. South Africa, Durban. I can see Canada, South Africa, Uganda, Kano, Nigeria, Ghana, India, a lot of you people, different parts of the world. Good to see all of you. You can see Rwanda, Nigeria, no visual. India. Somebody just said there is no visual. What do you mean by there is no visual? Botswana. All right, guys. So that is very good. I am happy and excited to hear your location. My name is Solomon King, and I am your instructor on this YouTube channel. Good to see all of you back here again. We're just going to discuss something brief. Normally, I should be having a video recording for all these things, just like I used to normally do the daily commentaries after my trades, whether the trades goes positive or negative. I will just post it on my YouTube so you can learn from it. Quickly, let's recalibrate our understanding about the market. It is important for all of us to understand that it's impossible. I mean, it is impossible for you to always have a winning trade. You cannot always win in this market. You cannot always win. That means success in trading is not in the amount of all the good trades you took or all the good trades you were able to secure for yourself. Success in this market is a combination or compendium of all the goods and bad trades. What gives you success in trading is the balance between the good and the bad. How much you made when you took a good trade and how much you lost when you took a bad trade. There is almost no chances of avoiding losses in the markets. If you have this understanding, then you will know that when your stop loss is being hit, you are not being targeted, or that is not the end of trading for you. Some of you had to see your stop loss being hit. You don't want to see yourself getting stopped out, right? Only the audio, you cannot see my visual. Only the audio, you cannot see my visual. Please, if you cannot see my face, let me know. Are you not able to see my screen? There is visual. I don't know what you're looking at, but then there is visual here. All right, so thank you very much. So quickly, there is something that happened this week. Remember I said I taught you something recently about the power of current bias, that you can just appear in the market and know whether you're supposed to trade or not to trade. You don't want to waste time. You just look at it to know whether you're going to trade or you're not going to trade. If you're going to trade, you take a trade. If you're not going to trade, you close your charts and walk away. Very simple. Now, This week, I haven't gotten any serious trades on other assets or other peers. I just got some trades on UJ. Earlier this week, from Monday, I saw a very important price action, which I want to show you. And for those of you who are following me on Facebook, you may probably have seen that post. If you check me on Facebook or Twitter, you can find me on Facebook, Solomon King. You can also find me on Twitter, Solomon King FX, or you can find me on Instagram, all these social media handles. You can find me on TikTok. But then I shared that on Facebook and Twitter. What I did was on Monday, was that Monday? This was it. Yes, that was Monday. Today is Thursday. We had, this is UJ, that is USD JPY. This was the only trade this was the only currency pair I focused on this week. And I want to show you everything I did on this particular currency pair so you can learn from it and repeat yourself next time. So everything I'm teaching you here is going to benefit swing traders and also day traders, but more especially day traders. Those of you who are like me, who want to finish your trade within a day, close it and walk away. I don't want to hold any trade till tomorrow or maybe next week, except if I have some exception. I do that sometimes, but not every day. All right. So this was UJ. And on UJ, what I did was very simple. I was looking at this. What can you say is the direction of this market, guys? Sincerely speaking, what is the bias originally? This is the daily time frame. What can you say is the overall bias of the market? Now, if you cannot do that from just look of the chart, from you just looking at the chart, if you can't do this, trust me, you are yet to become is it a professional? You are yet to know what you're doing in the market. If you cannot look at the chart and tell me what direction is this, so type it in the comment. What direction is this? Yes, bullish, 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 bullish. But do you know that as simple as it is, that is not trading. Knowing the direction does not mean you're making money. You have to know how to use the direction to make money. Do you see that? So on the look of this, I have seen how price has been moving up. I don't know how far or where price has been coming from, but then you can see from this bottom here all the way up here, price has consistently been moving up. And that is to say that we're going to use the popular saying in the market that the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. So if you're trading against the trend, you're simply an enemy to the trend. And definitely you cannot win against the trend. So what we do is that we join the trend, but then with understanding. I have said this time and again that without understanding, you're not going to win in this market. So I looked at this market. I was like, okay, we had Monday was coming and I have a range here, defining my dealing range from the last price action. We had this guy creating a break of structure and having a retracement, another break of structure. So the first place is to do your structure correctly. Break of structure up, another one here, break of structure to do upside. So where is my range? The bottom here and the top here. Where am I going to start taking a trade? When price closes below this guy. Very importantly, here, there is a very small fair value gap. You need to practice how to identify fair value gaps. If you can't do that, you need to go back and watch my videos. This is something I have taught time and again. Do you guys believe that this is an order block? How many of you believe that this is an order block? How many of you believe that this is an order block? And if you don't believe, there is no shame on it. Just tell me. I'm not going to send you out of this session. How many of you guys believe that is an order block? I know, me. Yeah, yes, it is. Yes, it is. Perfect. So can we say that we have an area of interest from that area? You know, long before now, I have already changed the term from point of interest to an area of interest, because there is no such thing as a point of interest. You cannot have exactitude of point because price behaves very strangely. we can have an entire area of focus. This is the area of interest, a fair value gap and bullish order block. The combination of two guys made the area of interest. So what we should do is that once price trades into this level, we're going to consider buying. All right. So as intraday, if we see price trade into that, boom, you now see that price traded into these two guys. What do? We're going to leverage that and take our trade to what? To the bullish direction. We don't know how far. All right. We don't know how far, but then we want to take the bullish movement. This area is significant. And immediately after price did that, I said something in my community, and I'm going to show you everything. I'm not going to keep anything away from you. I said something very simple. Let me see if I can share that with you so you can see that. What? So all this while there was no sound. Now why? Wow, wow, wow. No sound, no sound, no sound. All right, let me repeat myself. Let me repeat myself. Can you guys hear me now? I'm very sure that you guys can hear me. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. I actually am using StreamYard for my streaming. So you need to add the sound, and I lost the connection earlier since I changed to my screen. Yes. Okay. So let me go back to it and start explaining again. So what I said was that going back to where I stopped, let me go back to the daily time frame and show you what happened. Here was it. A very simple analogy, fair value gap traded into. So ideally, when you have price trading into your point of interest, the lower time frame has to show you confirmation before you can join the movement. Very important. Without confirmation, there is almost nothing you can do about your trade setup. Are you with me? There is almost nothing you can do about your trade setup. Now that you guys can hear me, I know you guys can hear me, right? So without a confirmation, you are just left handicapped. From the daily, I don't take trades from the daily time frame point of interest. Yes, that daily time frame point of interest was just a point of interest. But then for you to be sure that the daily time frame point of interest is going to work and is going to hold price, you need confirmation. These are the things I teach in my mentorship. So you can see and I did well to share those things even freely on my YouTube channel. You can find them. I also have them in the book. I have a very simple ebook, very simple ebook, very powerful. It costs just about $9. You can check it in the description of this video, where I shared all the confirmation and entry patterns I use. Very simple. You can even a primary school pupil will understand that. You will go through it and you check it. Just get the book. It just costs about $9.9 and you can check it. So price came here, and this was what happened. There was no trade confirmation throughout that day. Look at how aggressive price left here. Boom. Was there a confirmation? Definitely no. And if you are taking this kind of trade, just know that even if this one worked, you're not having a sustainable strategy. That is not going to work every time, right? That is not going to, no sound. I don't understand. What do you mean by no voice? Are you still not hearing me? Please let me know if there is no audio. Yeah, some of you are just having trouble with your own. Yes, you can hear me. So this is it. Price did not give you confirmation. Whatever you cannot confidently repeat in this market, you're simply gambling it out, right? You're just doing a gamble. So what I said is that we couldn't get an entry here throughout the day. So I was patient. I just left it. I slept. I didn't get an entry. Now, the next one is I've been talking to myself. Some of you are just distracting me. Other people are saying the audio is good, and you people are saying the audio is not good. So the whole of this day, there was no trade. And then here comes the next day. I know we are retracing back. Remember, we are coming from where? From the daily time frame fair value gap. And then I saw this particular trade. We had this as a break of structure bullish, break of structure bullish. It is only wisdom for us to focus on where price is going to have difficulty. And that was the 4-hour time frame order block. And this is the bearish order block on the 4-hour time frame. We are yet to go there. Now that is what I was looking at. And on the 15-minute time frame, there was another chance. There was still more energy on the bullish side. So we had the last break of structure here. Boom. And price did what? Left a fair value gap here. this was what happened. Price left a fair value gap here, break of structure, price left a fair value gap there, and that was the entry. Are you with me? Initially, I wanted to take the trade from here, going bullish from the middle of this fair value gap, and my stop loss was supposed to be below here. My target was supposed to be just the bullish order block. I think somewhere around there, 30 pips, somewhere around there. But then price didn't take me. So I had to quickly adjust my expectation. I have 3 candle price action. That is another entry confirmation. And I was, okay, this is it. Let me put my stop loss below the fair value gap. And this stop loss is still within the range of my risk management. It's around 14 pips. So I was like, okay, that is okay for me. I was having 30 pips for 14 pips. That's like 1:2. All right, somewhere around, let me go for 30 pips. Yes, somewhere around here, I think. That was it. That is it. That was the target. Just 1:2. Very simple trade. Into what? This bearish order block on the 4-hour time frame. And I was careful enough to watch this. It played out within the shortest time. It played out within the shortest time. Boom. That was it. And I closed with profit. Then here comes evening. Finally into the 4-hour time frame point of interest. Definitely from the 4-hour, we are not going to see a smooth shift in structure taking out this guy. Definitely we have a break of structure, shift in structure. We are either going to push halfway or completely before we finally take out this guy if we're going to align with the daily time frame bias. And here comes where your current bias is very important. If you have a shift in structure here on the 4-hour, you're looking at this as a retracement, a very aggressive retracement. This was where the 4-hour, the daily time frame point of interest was resting down there. We pushed, but then we have to create a shift on the higher time frame. You need to know how to use time frame very well. And to do that, you can check any of my videos on YouTube, or if you have opportunity to join my mentorship, you can do that. I am giving a 50% Black Friday discount. Started since last week. It's ending tomorrow, Friday. 50% Black Friday discount. For those of you who want to have me do analysis like that 3 times a week, have access to my commentary community. The mentorship is for 12 months. You can send me WhatsApp message. My WhatsApp number is always the same. Anybody that sends you message first is not me. I don't go to your WhatsApp. I don't go to your Telegram to send you message asking you for money. If you send me message first, I will respond to you. If you don't send me message, I will not respond to you. So I don't collect investments and I don't do investment programs. All those ones that tell you to pay $100 and pick $2,000 after 1 week. This is my only WhatsApp number. Send me a message on WhatsApp if you have anything to ask from me. Not only because of the mentorship, whatever you want to ask from me, just send me message. And those of you who were available last week at our physical class in Abuja, we're going to continue on Saturday. We're going to have the second round of the class. Unfortunately, we don't have a big space. We just have space for 20 people, and the space is already filled up. All right, it's a free class. We had a very massive class together. So those of you, if you know you're not going to come back for the session this week, send me a message, and then I'm going to replace you with other people. I'm going to replace you with other people because we had a very, very interesting session showing them in physical chat, having a physical class with me and so on. So price came here and it was in the evening. I was actually not close to my chart. I didn't even take trade. But then price is finally at the point of interest, trying to give opportunity. The sell here is not going to become a problem. Do you see that? Because we are already downward. It may not go deeply into this drawn liquidity, but then you can have a little bit of push, maybe to this fair value gap, at least to the 50% of this range. Always know this. Your current bias does not necessarily have to be big. So if I have price trade into the 50% of this range, I don't have any problem. So this is down here, and I was looking at this particular price action very closely, in the evening on the 15-minute time frame, let me be sure my audio is clear. My audio is clear. I'm going to block somebody because some of you are very, very rude with your comments. What do you mean by stop talk? All right. So what you see that the video in Abuja available download. No, there is no video for that. It's just a physical class. It's just a physical class, and I'm going to ban some people because some of you guys are very, very mannerless. You talk to me as if you've paid me to do this, right? So you see how price came to the point of interest. One of my students took this trade, very, very, very funny guy. A confirmation on this on the 15-minute time frame. This was the type of confirmation I was looking for here to counter trade back up, and that is aligning with that for that current bias. There was no shift in structure here, so there is no need for taking that trade. It's part of my rule, all right? But then here was a confirmation, price clearing a short-time liquidity here and shifting structure very, very significantly. And it left you with what? A very simple fair value gap. Very simple fair value gap. And if you're taking a sell, that is where you're going to take a sell. To where you can decide to take target here first, and eventually you may decide to target this place. So you have to break your target in two. All right, so that was it. And it started moving. I couldn't cut this movement earlier, so I joined this trade from here. After a break down here, this was where I got my own entry on the second fair value gap that was to move. This was where I got my entry. A trend continuation from there into my stop loss was just above this particular high, and I hold on to this. I think those of you who are in my community have seen that particular trade. I was holding on to that particular trade till I think evening before I closed that particular trade. So that was a very important trade for that day. And trust me, very funnily, price actually trade down to this liquidity today. So basically, that was how we use the current bias, even if it is today. So initially today, we wanted to check a current bias on Euro USD and GBP USD, but we didn't do that. We couldn't have an entry. Let me show you that. Euro USD. This is Euro USD on the 4-hour time frame. We were trying to have price come to where this particular fair value gap. That means we're going to do counter trade, right? This particular fair value gap, we have a break of structure there. And to be patient means that you need to, to have this trade, means that you need to be patient, right? Because you have progressive price movement on this direction, and price was supposed to come down here. I was trying to see if we can counter trade this, but there was no significant confirmation. That means today we've had a ranging market throughout today. So there was no trade for me today because there was a ranging market. Probably tomorrow we're going to have price come here, and then Monday we push back up again. But then this fair value gap is still left open. You see that? And there is a very significant fair value gap up here too that price was targeting. All right? Price finally traded into that guy. Just the tip, or did we trade it? Yes, I can see that price actually traded into it. So I think the more reason why we're going to trade downward here. So if we were to have a trade today, this is our current bias to target this fair value gap. It's a counter trend. All right, it's a counter trend into this fair value gap. Every 4 hour for a day, you need 6 4-hour candles to have one day. So this can be your trading bias for today. The same thing for Euro USD, for GBP USD, and other currency pairs like that. Thank you guys. So which area in Abuja? Because it's only people that, thank you, it's only people that that have access to this, that I normally share the location with. All right. And next year we're going to launch our physical class for those people that are preparing, of they want to have me physically in Abuja. We have a physical class now, and next year it's called Traders College. We've worked so hard to create a step-by-step guide. It's unlike anything you have ever seen, guys. This is something you want to be part of. Next year, it's a physical class and more of practicals than just theory, right? Physical class. Those of you that were in my session last week, you can attest to that. All right. It's in Abuja, not everywhere. So let's check gold, because some of you have been talking about gold. I don't know what you guys are seeing from gold, since I think some of you have been sending message about gold. So quickly, what is the direction of gold on the weekly? Those of you asking about gold, what is the direction of gold on the weekly? Can you please come to Asaba? I wish I can come to Asaba. But then upload it later. So what is the direction of gold? Is it bearish or bullish? Quickly, let's do it. I am ready to come. Can you come to, okay, I'm ready for you here in Botswana. Bullish trend. Okay, that's bullish actually on the weekly. All right, that is bullish. So this is where price is trying to go to. There is liquidity calling price here, very importantly. And on the daily time frame, let me be sincere with you. On the daily time frame, there is a conflict of price direction. Initially, I thought price was going to trade into this fair value gap, and then we're going to finally have price go back up. But what you see happening here is a sign of a range. So I don't know how price is going to range with this. The fact that we didn't close above this guy is a sign that we're going to have a range. All right. The bullish energy is weak, and that was like a sweep of liquidity. All right. I saw ICT teaching something recently called, is it the measuring gap? I don't even know what it means, but then I'll look at it, and he was actually saying something about fair value gaps like this that are mostly left open. I want to study it and see what exactly ICT is saying, and see how I can explain it. But then if it is not something important, we'll forget about it. Anything that we're not going to use, some of these things are just terms that will just fill us up without benefit. But then what I'm seeing here on gold is a range forming. Trust me, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that price has been ranging. I don't know how far it's going to go, but I can assure you that from now to tomorrow, you are not going to have any trade set up on gold. So forget about gold for now. There is no direction. So this is part of trading. If you keep forcing yourself on gold, you're going to get stopped out until you lose your account. Until you lose your account. Please come to Kano. Those of you asking me to come to your place, I think you have me on YouTube. You have my mentorship. Send me a message if you want to join mentorship. We have 50% discount, and my mentorship is for 12 months. All right. BTC, quickly, let's look at BTC USDT. Two assets I will not trade in this season, BTC and gold. And if you want to trade it, it's fine. The daily time frame, initially I was looking at this. Actually, we closed above this area, but a weaker momentum. The chances that price is going to push bearish again is high. So you have to be careful. On the 4-hour time frame, there is also a balanced price range that price may likely trade into if you're going to have an entry, a balanced price range around here, and get an entry back upward. All right. Get an entry back upward. So if you're having price come back here, you're going to have price push up. But this momentum is weak, even though you may have a trade on that. So where are you going to? Definitely the fair value gap resting here, just this target with a low inside is a very powerful area. When you have a fair value gap inside, when you have a low inside a fair value gap, and you can see this, there is another fair value gap by the left hand side, a very powerful area for you to consider significant enough to crash price. I was thinking initially that we're going to price back up, but then with this, we're going to crash bearish. So that is what I am seeing on BTC. Please, can you extend the discount date? I am not extending the discount date. It's finishing tomorrow, and it's 50% discount. You can pick up the mentorship. Send me a message on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp link is in the description. You cannot afford that, you can pick my PDF material. It's just for $9.9. I will also come to Abuja. Fine, you can book your seat against next year. For every set is just 20 people. 20 people is a very, very I don't want to crowd people and then I'll not have time for them. Just 20 people. The mentorship, or is it the physical mentorship or the online mentorship? The online mentorship is supposed to be $100 for 12 months. You have access, just $100 for 12 months, but we have 50% discount, and it's currently $50. It's finishing tomorrow. It's been there for 1 week. So guys, do we have any serious news tomorrow? Is there NFP tomorrow? How many of you are? Is there NFP tomorrow? Do we have NFP tomorrow? I'm just trying to check if there's NFP news tomorrow. Is there NFP news tomorrow? Okay. No NFP. Okay. Send me a message, please, if you have any problem. Emmanuel, thank you. Marfali. So trust me, guys, the Traders College is unlike anything you have ever seen. You're going to have some of the most amazing sessions. You're going to demystify trading in its entirety. So next year you can book your seat in Abuja. It's a physical class, and it's going to be online also. So you don't need to come to Abuja. If you don't like to be physical, you can go online. So we're working on getting that. Thank you very much, guys. This is the end of our session today. We're going to meet tomorrow or maybe on Saturday. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.